Our final plenary presentation is from Research Team 319, titled Validating Advanced Work Packaging as a Best Practice, a Game Changer. There are numerous benefits in terms of cost, schedule, and productivity with advanced work packaging. To review the latest evidence and findings, please welcome Jim Rammell, Vice President of Corporate Construction Operations for Wood Group Mustang.
Well, good morning. I'm Jim Rammell with Wood Group Mustang. I represent Research Team 319, Validating Advanced Work Packaging as a Best Practice, a real game changer. In the next 10 minutes, I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to envision executing your projects with more certainty, better performance, better predictability. The AWP toolkit that our team has developed will help you meet this challenge. Successful AWP implementation improves the safety, cost, and schedule performance of your capital delivery projects. Here are a couple items we'll be covering this morning. We'll take a look at the concepts, kind of an AWP overview, triangulation of evidence. This triangulation, this provides the support for the claims that we're going to be making. Results, we'll dive into the results of our case study evaluations. The resources, this is to assist you in your journey in implementing advanced work packaging. Our implementation panel will dive further into defining advanced work packaging and also provide some case studies and testimonials, both from a contractor and an owner perspective. Before I move further in this presentation, let me introduce to you our research team. These have been outstanding teams to work with. We've had the unique opportunity to work on a trio of AWP research. We've had a lot of fun on this journey. On a personal note, it's been a real privilege to serve as co-chair and chair of these teams. We follow the old adage, kind of work hard and play hard. Many of our meetings have been followed with team dinners and catching the occasional baseball game. We've had representation, as you can see, from leading owner and contractor organizations. In 2009, we started the research team focusing on the process. We worked it with an informal collaboration with COA, the Construction Owners Association of Alberta. During our implementation panel discussions at the annual conference in 2011, a lot of you came to us and said, hey, this is great, but we're having trouble with our implementation. What can you help us with? So you asked for that help. Our team went and approached CII and COA, and they agreed to help support additional research. During this phase 2, COA jointly funded the research to develop integrated work products addressing how to implement advanced work packaging. During these first 2 phases, we really had the unique opportunity to work with 2 outstanding academics, Dr. Fernanda Leche and Dr. Bill O'Brien. Both of them provide outstanding guidance and leadership. After the 2013 annual conference, CII came back to us and asked us to pilot a new approach to the research teams. They wanted us to seek out projects that had been using advanced work packaging and check out and really see if our benefits, validate those benefits of doing it. So let's take a quick dive into the concepts. Many of you have heard me say this before. This is our surfboard slide. The AWP is the umbrella that improves project execution. Work-phase planning in IWPs, installation work packages, detailed out what is needed. AWP pushes those needs early in the execution process so you can address those. And it's earlier than traditional project execution. Kind of in a nutshell, AWP helps you organize your project plan that best results in construction's requirements to provide greater safety, productivity, and overall effectiveness. And again, safety is one of those key aspects that we're improving. A guest speaker at a recent COA Best Practices Conference explained that decisions made during that FEP front-end planning stages will make or break a project. And you heard that yesterday, you've heard it again today. It's not anything surprising, but it's something that we need to really work on. IWPs are defined portions of work suitable for installation by a single crew in 400 to 800 hour chunks. The research strongly pointed out the need for that integrated construction expertise early on the project. So again, you told us about some of the barriers that you faced with your AWP implementation. During phase 2 of our research, here's how we addressed them. For the contracts, we addressed the requirements and deliverables for multiple commercial approaches. We used a model to look at flow charts to explain how AWP affects functional roles with adjustments in job descriptions and providing training when it's needed. For tools, we've developed checklists, assessments, and templates. And we have an example to show how AWP could be used via a sample project. Wayne Crew and Steve Thomas came to us and asked a question. So is AWP really leading to performance improvement? Those of you who know Wayne, well, Wayne put it to me this way, as only Wayne can say, well, Jim, prove it. So that kind of led to our objectives for the research, to validate those benefits and identify the different maturity levels. To put this in context, AWP successful implementation has been related to 25% field productivity improvements. This correlates to a roughly 10% TIC reduction, including the improved safety performance and increased predictability. As an industry, we need to harvest the lessons learned from those early AWP adoptions and to speed that adoption up and spread it across the industry. So our proposed solution is to validate those benefits and document the challenges and lessons learned. So to validate those benefits, we look at a triangulation of the evidence. To achieve these research objectives, we took 3 approaches. For case studies, we developed case studies of projects using advanced work packaging. We surveyed experienced managers, and we interviewed experts out in the field. Now, if any of y'all are surveyors, you know you need to close the loop in a survey to make sure it's valid. Essentially, each one of these triangulated those results to make sure our results were valid. Let's dive into the results of one of the case studies, of all the case studies. We had 20 different case studies across different industry sectors, project size, and locations. About half of our case studies involved power, chemical, and infrastructure. The remainder were oil and gas projects. We had a good mix of project size, ranging from $5 to over $500 million. And they're located primarily in North America. So here's a copy of our implementation maturity model that we had developed in our earlier research. We're going to take a look at some of the different stages and provide that kind of so what moment, our recommendations. Since that previous slide, this one right here is a bit of an eye chart, let me enlarge that AWP effectiveness. You can see some of the judging criteria that we use with this. So again, we plotted out all the data points, creates kind of a nice S-curve there. Our recommendations in the earlier phase: set small project goals, achievable project goals, and provide intensive training during this time. Some of our early wins: we see improvements in both cost, safety, and productivity. And that productivity, we're seeing about 10% improvements in productivity. In this next phase, be thinking about ambitious, audacious goals, working to the standards. Think big during this stage. This is a stage where you're really going to start getting some traction on some large improvements. And you see those significant improvements in productivity, cost, safety, and schedule performance. The productivity jumps up to 25% improvements in productivity. So in the next stage, don't become complacent. Continue investing in your AWP implementation. So the results, again, in addition to those earlier improvements, you'll see improvements in both predictability and quality. So across all stages of your maturity, you'll see improvements in each one of these. Okay, so now we're at the so what moment. The so what, as leaders, what are we supposed to be doing? So again, set achievable project goals. As you continue in your maturity level, think BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. Think big. Continue in investing and share those winning thoughts with other projects. So our resources to help you with your implementation. We've highlighted some countries that are using AWP on their projects. If you know of others, please let us know. We have previous publications to help you with your journey. And with the current app, you can also download our current research summary for 319. CII has developed a community of practice for advanced work packaging. There's ongoing conferences and training for your workplace planners. Joel Gray of CoreWorks will be moderating our implementation panel. Dr. Bill O'Brien of UT Austin will provide the research overview. Michael Bankus of Floor will provide you a perspective from a contractor about AWP implementation. Stan Stasek with DTE Energy will provide that perspective from an owner on the AWP implementation. So I look forward to seeing you this afternoon at either 1 o'clock or 2:25. Thank you.